Mr. Shridhar Venkat, Chief Executive Officer of the Akshaya Patra Foundation. Please give a big hand for Mr. Shridhar Venkat. Shridhar Venkat is currently the CEO of Akshaya Patra Foundation. He has over 30 years of experience and has worked with many multinational companies, leading multinationals like Philips, ABB, and Cisco. He is an Eisenhower Fellow 2014 for Innovation. Shridhar has been working with Akshaya Patra for over 19 years. The question is how Shridhar moved from the corporate job to the NGO. He was in search of what is my existence, why I am here, and what is my role, what is my purpose of life. And then in that search of existence purpose in his life made him quit a corporate career and join the Akshaya Patra Foundation, a non-profit organization with the vision no child in India shall be deprived of education because of hunger, and mission to feed 3 million children every day by 2025. So what Dr. Raghuvanshi said, your mission should be more than your ambition. This is an example, a real example we are seeing here in Shridhar Venkat. Akshaya Patra is the world's largest NGO-run school meal program, feeding over 2.2 million children every day. Please imagine 2.2 million children every day across 16 states and 3 union territories in India. Just imagine. The Global Journal of Geneva ranked the organization 23rd among the top 100 NGOs in the world, this Akshaya Patra organization. It has received prestigious Gandhi Peace Prize for the year 2016, and then it has received the Nikki Asia Prize 2016 for Economic and Business Innovation category. The foundation has been honored with the ICAI Gold Shield Award for Excellence in Financial Reporting 7 times in a row continuously. Akshaya Patra has been certified as a great place to work by Great Place to Work Institute for the 8th time in a row. Akshaya Patra has also been conferred with the BBC Global Food Champion Award 2019 and Best Civil Society Organization Award at the 11th Asia Business Reporting Responsibility Summit 2025. Harvard Business School and IIM have done case studies on Akshaya Patra. MIT has featured it in its technology review. The foundation has been covered by several leading media houses, including Forbes, CNN, BBC, Nat Geo, and Discovery Channel. So I am here to present and welcome Shridhar Venkat for the second keynote. Mr. Venkat, please.
Thank you so much. Good morning to all of you. We had a great session by Dr. Raghuvanshi. And I just want to share with you the Akshaya Patra journey and how Kaizen has actually transformed Akshaya Patra. But before that, I just want to show, many of you would not have visited our operations. I invite each one of you to come and see what we do, how we do on a day-to-day basis. So I have a short video to give you a glimpse of Akshaya Patra, and then I'll take you through our organization and how leadership, and Kaizen Institutes have partnered and where we are. Can we play the video? So this one. So by the time we have lunch today, about 500 tons of food raw material would have got processed in Akshaya Patra, will get converted into 2.25 million lunches and served over 23,000 schools during the lunchtime. And some more facets of Akshaya Patra which many don't know, I just want to share. We are a zero debt organization. For the last 25 years, Akshaya Patra has never taken a rupee loan from anybody. Someone may think, oh, you may be having deep pockets. That is the reason you are a zero debt organization. Actually, we practically do not have any reserve. Of course, Mr. Ratan Tata was gracious enough to give us a decent reserve that has become very small now at the time. Many years back he gave. But very negligible reserve Akshaya Patra has. And 9,500 employees, 90% of them come from bottom of the pyramid. And, this was sometime in 2010, if Jayant remembers. I requested Jayant to come to our Akshaya Patra. And he gave a very beautiful presentation. Thank you, Jayant, for flying all the way from Ahmedabad to Bangalore, which is the nerve center of Akshaya Patra. And I still remember what he told 15 years back. He said, if you continue to do what you are doing, over a period of time, you will decay. So that was like an impetus for me and my leadership team. And we started working on improvements. And I'll share what we have done in Akshaya Patra. And all these accolades and achievements which were read out during my introduction actually belongs to the 9,500 hunger warriors who work, and also leaders like Jay. Where is Jay here? Jay Kumar? Can you stand up? Jay is our head of process excellence. He leads our Kaizen initiatives. He is also a Six Sigma Master Black Belt. Practically half of the month he is doing Gemba walks, as I have learned from Jayant and Mr. Grover. Okay? So leaders like Jay actually make the real transformation that happens day after day in Akshaya Patra. Let me tell you a small story, how an organization like Akshaya Patra gets impacted through continual improvement. So this was when we reached the 1 million children mark. We were not knowing that we are the world's largest school meal program. So 1 million children every day we were feeding. So Jose Ramano, who was the World Congressional Hunger Center president, he came from New York and he told, guys, do you know you are the world's largest not-for-profit serving children school meals? We didn't know about it. We were just focused on serving. He also said, you produce the cheapest meal in the world for the quality what you give. So there was another revelation for us, because we were just focused on, there are hungry children, you have to feed them. So I was very curious to know, all these awards and accolades are great, but what is the impact of what we do daily on the life of a child? So we started with 5 schools and 1,500 children way back in the year 2000. So my team found this boy who was one of the beneficiaries from our first school. This is one of my favorite stories, so I tell in almost all the forums, but I should tell this to many of you who are new to Akshaya Patra. So this guy was a grown-up man when he came to my office, 6 foot 3 inches tall like our Giant is, and he was carrying an envelope in his hand. And he told me, so I was asking him, can you tell me about yourself? So he said, I was son of a security guard. My father was earning about 2,500 or 3,000 rupees per month. He used to get work for about 10 days, 8 to 10 days, part-time security guard, going to a government school. So I asked him, how was your academic performance in the school? So he said most of the days he used to faint in the class because poor family, right? Coming home to school without food. So I asked him, what happened to your academic performance? So he said, barely I used to pass 40% marks. Then after the meal program, Akshaya Patra came to his school. I asked him what happened. So he said 40 became 60 the next year. 60% became 80%. In 10th, I scored 92% marks. And he remembered, I had forgotten. He said, you guys gave me a scholarship of rupees 5,000. And I studied 11th and 12th. In 12th, he scored 97% marks in physics, chemistry, and maths. Went on to do BTech in computer science. And the envelope which he had got, white envelope, I still remember, long one, was an offer letter. He opened it and showed it to me. Instantly, that was the day when he met me, he got the offer letter. He said, Shridhar, I have got this offer from India's leading multinational firm with a salary 30 times of my father. And he said, now my father no more works. He was the eldest at home. He said, that is the power of one meal which you guys give and education which the government gives. So if you are able to provide access to education by a meal, that's what Akshaya Patra is trying to do, with a vision that no child in India should be deprived of education because of hunger. So I'll share with you, why improvements like what Kaizen Institute is telling us and always has been telling for the last 25 years is so important for us. I'll just give you one in unit economics. 15 rupees is my cost of meal in Akshaya Patra for an unlimited meal. Till the child says enough, we feed the child. Not only the child gets fed, they also bring their tiny tot siblings to the school. They also eat the meal. If I save 1 paisa, has anybody seen 1 paisa recently? 1 paisa on cost of meal of Akshaya Patra, 1 paisa. It is food for 4,000 children for 1 whole year without raising any additional money. And this seed which Kaizen Institute has sown in Akshaya Patra, the seed of continually improving what we are doing, has really, really helped us. Thank you, Mr. Grover. Thank you, Jayant, and all the Kaizen Institute team members for giving the seed. And then it's getting watered by leaders like my colleague Jay and so many of my other colleagues. Okay, so I will. Can I show it from here? The slides, or I need to show here? Oh, lovely. Okay. Yes. So this is the current spread of Akshaya Patra. Soon we will come to the topmost region of the country. We are coming to Jammu. And during COVID time, Akshaya Patra served 250 million servings actually to the remotest part of the country. And the recent addition was Goa. 2 weeks back we opened a kitchen in Goa. So in an organization like Akshaya Patra, which doesn't have reserves, which depends on government money and donors' money, and another interesting thing I'll tell you, for every 100 rupee a donor gives us, 92 goes to the program. 8 is our overhead cost, 8%. And we have a tight control on it. And just because you're giving food to children who are very deserving, you cannot give children food which is not tasty. So you have to make the food tasty. It has to be hot. It has to be on time. And you should not waste. So probably all Kaizen principles will get applied here. Right? So very, very important for us that we pursue excellence. So as a CEO of Akshaya Patra, 2 things I have always measured. And I have been measuring. One, are we improving our culture? When I'm saying culture, our people culture of continually improving. That's how you will see figures like 9 times in a row, Great Place to Work certified. Our pride score is 93 on 100. And trust score is 89 on 100. Why I'm mentioning this point is, if you want to bring in change, people are the most important, as the previous speaker mentioned. It's not laptop or machines that are assets. People are the real resources. And another thing as a leader, which we do in Akshaya Patra, or as a leader I do in Akshaya Patra, is Akshaya Patra becomes a platform for this 9,500 hunger warriors to achieve purpose in life. Because the moment they get purpose in life, passion follows and improvement comes. So it's very, very important that leaders walk the talk. They show a very strong sense of purpose. I feel any continual improvement like Kaizen or Six Sigma initiatives or whatever you say, 5S, all these, the core is why are you doing what we are doing? So when we got the first time Great Place to Work certification, the interviewer asked me, there is something called the Greatness Diary. So he asked me this question, Shridhar, if there is one question which you want to ask, at the time we had 6,000 employees, what is that one question you will ask them? So I told them my one question will be, why I am doing what I am doing. That is the question which each one of us should ask, whether you are the last person in the organization to the topmost chairman or CEO. I think if purpose is there, and I think that's what the leadership should bring into the table, then definitely tools like Kaizen, Six Sigma, and many of the things that are there from an excellence perspective can fall in place. Purpose also bring in integrity. Dr. Raghuvanshi mentioned about integrity. So extremely, in our case, we are dealing with children. You cannot, if one wrong supply goes, Akshaya Patra will be shut down. So it's very, very important that we bring in a strong sense of purpose. And the leadership should walk the talk in the sense how, so when I call culture as our values in action. So the people are continually observing you. When you talk of improvement, are you improving yourself? When you talk of culture, do you display culture? So it's extremely important the leadership exhibits these values and culture when it comes to transformation. So we started, again, we have Jayant's name mentioned here. We won't forget you, Jayant, because you initiated the Kaizen principles. And in fact, I think there's a slide. So far, from the time we started, we have done about 12,300 plus Kaizen thunders. I spoke about productivity. So eliminating waste. See, currently our what is wasted in the kitchen is about less than 0.25%. Of course, that also we recycle. Today we have a kitchen which is 100% powered by solar. It's in Bhavnagar. Now what happens for us, if I save money, I'm able to feed more children. And more children getting fed, more children getting educated, more children getting transformed. So in my view, the leadership's commitment should be, can we use Kaizen for transformation? Can we use continual improvement? Can we use excellence as a tool for transformation? Why do I exist? I exist not to serve meals. I exist to serve happiness. And as a youngster, I learned happiness has a quality. If I make Mr. Grover happy, Mr. Grover makes Jayant happy, Jayant makes someone else happy, we all get into a circle of happiness. And all of us are looking for happiness. Whether it's a child or whether, what are you trying to do out of Kaizen? You may say improvement. No, final result is happiness. Happiness for your stakeholders, happiness for leadership, happiness for people who work. So it's extremely important that the leadership looks at creating a happy workplace, and then what happens is the workers, the team members, they take ownership and come up with Kaizens. So we started with 2010 and 2013-16 we initiated Lean Six Sigma, all in-house with, of course, experts from Kaizen Institute and many other organizations. And as of now, as we are speaking, we have to some extent institutionalized continual improvement. So all the people across in Akshaya Patra, initiatives and improvement are measured and rewarded. So it's part of KRA of all our employees and definitely leadership. So continual improvement, number of Kaizens done, number of Six Sigma projects done, initiatives taken, transformative initiatives taken, these are all measured because Akshaya Patra strongly believes what gets measured gets done, what doesn't get measured does not get done. So this has really helped us. Can you move to the next one? Yes, so my number was right. 12,000 Kaizens since inception. And I mentioned about 1 paisa. 45 crore rupees have been saved through these initiatives. It is for, in today's term, if I get rupees 1,500, I can feed a child for 1 whole year. 1,500 rupees for the whole year. And if I have saved 45 crores and I am sustaining it, we have saved food for 300,000 children. This is year after year. through these initiatives. We have implemented visual management, 5 years. There are about 10,000 employees. So Jay is a great trainer. He doesn't talk much, does a lot of work, but a great trainer. And he has trained a lot of people. And we have kitchens which have TPM implemented. I have gone there to some of our kitchens. I can see the pride which the security guard has till the top man when TPM gets implemented, where there's ownership to what they're doing. In fact, I remember vividly when I went to the Bellari kitchen, I was observing how the security guard is owning his job, how tools are being maintained, how the operation manager feels ownership. Because in our case, we are not doing it for profit. We are doing it for transforming lives. In fact, when I go to the shop floor and ask our people, hey, why are you with us for 15 years, 20 years? So they say, यहाँ पे हमको कर्म और धर्म दोनों करने को मिलता है. So these people derive joy, and let me tell you, continual improvement like Kaizen brings joy. It is joy of doing and joy of giving. This is how the trajectory has been year after year. What we have done, close to 12,393. I'll give you 3 examples which are very striking of Kaizens. In Vrindavan, we serve about 120,000 children every day in 2,200 schools. Remote schools, when the water gets logged, you can't take a vehicle, people go by cycle. There are places where you can't go by cycle, you have to carry it in a log of wood, both sides food. In this place, as a part of improvement, our folks came up with an additional menu item with just an investment of 10 paisa. With 10 paisa, they created an additional menu item where there was government grain which was not getting consumed. So they utilized that, worked on improvements, and created with 10 paisa a millet-based snack. And children, you can see those photographs, I don't have it now, where they are carrying to their heart, they hold it close to their heart. Okay. Another one is in Rajasthan. We are a south-based not-for-profit predominantly. We were. When we went to North Indian children won't eat rice every day. So we innovated a roti making machine, which is Sardar in Jalandhar. He was an 8th grader and he was having papads making machine. So we told him, Sardar ji, हमको 10,000 roti बनाना है. आप बनाओगे? तो ही सर अगले हफ्ते आ जाइए, मशीन बन जाएगा. So he made the machine, 10,000 rotis. Then our people worked on improvements. By investing 30% more, we created a machine which can cook 40,000 rotis per hour. The story doesn't end there. How Kaizen came into play there was, now the roti making machine becomes very hot, right? So our people have found a way to tap this heat, to channelize it through pipes to heat water used for cooking. Thereby our cost has come down. So like this, there are many examples of how Kaizens and continual improvement has helped. And another thing which Akshaya Patra has done is there is a validation for each Kaizen and reward is immediate. Once it's validated, we reward the person who has done. So there is no gap, much gap between, or practically no gap between validation and reward. Because these people who are working on the shop floor, for him, recognition, reward makes a huge difference. So, coming to this from a leadership perspective, I think very, very important that the leader believes in it. So, fortunately, we had the Kaizen Institute supporting Akshaya Patra. I remember a few trips made by Jayant to Akshaya Patra, and the leadership believed in it. The first thing I did, because I realized that if you have to institutionalize it, we need to have a person focusing on it, and it has to be a culture. So we hired Jay. Jay has been with us, I think, for about 12 or 15 years now. So Jay breathes, lives, eats, sleeps, process excellence. And he has brought in a lot of transformation to what we do. In fact, he trains people and after some time they leave because they get 2 times, 3 times more salary. Because Akshaya Patra is a great bet for learning for them. That's the challenge which he needs to do continual improvement there. So one was bringing in focus, institutionalizing it by the way of measuring and rewarding, and saying and publicizing it in a manner where people feel, oh, management is looking for these improvements. Management is looking for continual improvement. Management, if I do this on an ongoing basis, I will get rewarded. This is the kind of culture that has set in Akshaya Patra. And today, out of 12,300 Kaizens, I can say 99% of them, 99 plus, have come from the heart of Akshaya Patra, which is our kitchen, from the kitchen employees. 99%. Rewards and recognition. See, another thing which we did, which really helped us, I report to 2 monks. One is from Indian Institute of Science, another is from IIT Mumbai. Okay? They fresh from college, they have got into serving the society, but they understand continual improvement a lot. Day in and day out, they are thinking how to improve things. So we instituted something called as a Chairman's Trophy for Kaizen. And that is very much sought after in Akshaya Patra. So there is a Vice Chairman's Trophy and there is a Kaizen Chairman's Trophy. And it's a rolling trophy. And people are working hard to make sure that they genuinely do changes and get this trophy and show it, display it on their workplace actually. So this is something which we did. So what has been the impact of whatever we have done? I told about 4 billion meals in the video. As we speak, we have actually served the 5 billionth meal. Since inception, the 4 billionth meal was commemorated. United Nations invited Akshaya Patra to serve the 4 billionth meal, commemoration of the 4 billionth meal. The Prime Minister sent a letter of appreciation which was read out by the Ambassador of India to the United Nations in the UN Trusteeship Hall. So 5 billionth meal. Another breakthrough which we did was in the last 90 days, we reached from 0 to 1 million servings of breakfast every day. 90 days back, 0. 90 days hence, 1 million breakfast servings every day. You know why? Because children come, many of them come with empty stomach. So the point which Jayant, I'll take, my time is up, but I'll take 3-4 minutes more. The point I'm trying to tell is, if you want to improve, of course, purpose is very important. One other very, very important factor from the leadership perspective is empathy. If you have purpose, if you have empathy for what you're doing, for the person whom you're serving, then you can bring in huge amount of transformation. So empathy is the one that led to our breakfast initiative. Children come empty stomach to the schools. So we said, why don't we create breakfast? And we came with dry snacks through our product development center. And today we are feeding 1 million breakfast servings every day. This is over and above the 2.25 million lunches. And how the impact spreads, since Kaizen Institute is also there in Africa. There is one lady by the name Wavira. She runs a program called Food for Education. Probably Kaizen Institute should approach her or she should approach you. She was serving 50 children in a church in Kenya. And from a church. She saw our, the National Geographic channel. She saw Akshaya Patra being featured. The world's largest kitchen was featured in that. World's largest kitchen has a capacity to feed 250,000 children in 6 hours, cooked to consumption. It's in Hubli. So I request all of you to come and visit either Hubli or Bangalore. This was funded by Mr. Narayana Murthy. This is a place where Mr. Ratan Tata took the jet from Mumbai and came to see this kitchen. So Vavira saw this kitchen and she was just doing 50 children. Then she came and met us. At the time she was doing few thousand children. So our people shared with her what kind of process we do, audits, framework, improvement areas, what we do. Today she is feeding 350,000 children in Kenya. Every day. So that's the power of doing good. In fact, I would say it's Kaizen for good. The way you say tech for good is Kaizen for good, Kaizen for transformation. These are some of the awards. I think some of them have been mentioned. The recent one we got was from the Asian Center for Governance and Sustainability as the best civil society organization of India. And it was a very prestigious moment for us. But more than awards and accolades, it is the transformation that happens in the lives of children that really, really motivates us. And thanks to Kaizen Institute, thanks to Grover Sir, Jayant, and all the leadership team members of Kaizen for supporting Akshaya Patra all these years. Truly appreciate. And I have a small video. With that I will end. Can you play the last video? And I'm done. I think I'm not overshooting much. Okay? No, not this one. Two videos are there.
At the heart of India's progress is a powerful initiative.
No, there is a United Nations video. Okay, you play. No, play this one. Play this one. Let me see whether that's the one. Our guys keep continually improving. Something would have changed. Not this one.
At the heart of India's progress is a powerful initiative that is shaping futures and nurturing dreams. This is India's visionary initiative, PM Poshan Abhiyan. Launched in 1995 as the National Program of Nutritional Support to Primary Education, now known as PM Poshan, ensures every school child in India receives freshly cooked meals every day. Today, the PM Poshan Abhiyan serves over 118 million children every day in over 1.1 million schools across India. In 2000, the Akshaya Patra Foundation was established with the vision that no child in India shall be deprived of education because of hunger. With that, a breakthrough in social innovation was in the making. Akshaya Patra works in a public-private partnership model along with the Government of India, various state governments, corporates, philanthropists and individual supporters. It ensures that 2.1 million children across 16 states and 2 union territories receive freshly cooked, nutritious meals every school day. This initiative is directly aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, Zero Hunger SDG 2, by ensuring nutrition for school children and enabling access to education. The journey of meals is planned and executed meticulously every day. The kitchens start early morning with cleaning and prepping of ingredients, cooking, quality checks and loading. The operation embraces technology and the kitchens are designed to operate systematically and efficiently. Food is delivered to schools in urban and rural areas. Even in challenging terrains where schools are located far off, Akshaya Patra ensures that the meal is delivered on time every time. Akshaya Patra also oversees the decentralized kitchens by providing ration and supervision. In this endeavor of bridging the gap between hunger and education, the foundation has touched the milestone of serving 4 billion meals since its inception. This one meal at school has had a larger impact. It has the power to unlock the potential of every child in India. And this is the journey of India and Akshaya Patra, a journey towards a nourished India, educated India.
Thank you so much. I'll just tell one more thing. Jayant, you were saying something? I was speaking at the IAS Training Academy some years back. So I was sharing at the time the 2020 vision of Akshaya Patra. There are about 110 IAS officers, young, freshly minted, very smart guys. So one of them stood up and asked me, what do you want to do by 2040? So I told him, we want to close down Akshaya Patra by 2040. Because by the time, there should not be a single hungry child in this great nation called Mother India. Because organizations like Akshaya Patra should not be self-serving. They should solve the problem, move ahead and take up another problem. That's the vision with which we are working. Thank you for all the support. Thank you so much.